Any Christian must ask themselves the following question: what is the best source for true doctrine?
Throughout his videos, Jacob does a great job of defining or trying to contextualize his terms for understanding. But one term he doesn't define or contextualize is true or truth. I think he just assumes people know what that is and all that it encompasses. It's important to remember that the first time our civilization had a singular, united understanding of a word, it was the literal interpretation of those words, and the Lord had to come down and challenge us to think through it more deeply. It also gave rise to the Book of Mormon, which reminds us that we're constantly at war for words.
What is a woman? Can you tell me that?
You are not here for women! We ask you to leave!
What is that?
A woman is an adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. Now, define a man. Define a man.
You're looking at one, XY chromosomes in a
Okay, but does God the Father have XY chromosomes prior to incarnation?
We literally have a religious
he's
topic
a father and he's him, but he's not a man?
What about calling that baby a clump of cells? I think that's harmful misinformation, because then you're encouraging people to kill it like it's nothing when it's actually a human life. It's a developing human life. I think abortion is health care, the way that rape is love-making.
The AR-15 may look like a machine gun, but they don't act like machine guns. They're simply semi-automatic sporting rifles.
A woman in St. Louis looked at the definition of racism in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. She realized it was way off base, so she reached out to the publisher with her objections. Lo and behold, not only did she hear back, the makers of the dictionary agreed with her. They wrote her saying, a revision to the entry racism is now being drafted to be added to the dictionary soon.
And this is one area where Jacob's arguments could be stronger. He continues to focus on truth as a statement of facts, or an intellectual collection of propositional statements, even though he's well aware we're in the middle of a full-scale war for words.
In fact, the differences in how this question is answered may be the root cause of the differences that we see in the world of spiritual belief. But it's important to define what we mean by doctrine. By doctrine, I mean the official truth claims made by the authorities of the church. The keys of the kingdom are held by the Quorum of the 12 and First Presidency. What they claim to be true authoritatively as a group is the doctrine of the church at any given time.
So from here on out, you can tell that Jacob's focus is the flat Greco-Roman meaning of true, because the hypotheticals he posits don't even ping on the radar of postmodernism.
But is the doctrine they proclaim true? What if they proclaimed something as a group, as doctrine, that turned out to be untrue?
They can't. The postmodern argument is that they have the authority and power to write the dictionary. They have the power of words. They have the meaning.
But who do you say that I am?